Now that some Catholic dioceses are allowing greater access to the sacraments, including the source and summit of the Christian life, the Holy Eucharist, I thought it'd be time to put my wish list out in public of things that I really wish could be dropped from the Mass. Now, I don't mean any of the scripture readings. I don't mean any of the liturgical vestments or anything that's supposed to be done or said during the Divine Liturgy. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about things known as liturgical abuses. I'm also asking you not to believe me. I provide some links below that will send you to the relevant official documents of the Church regarding what we're supposed to do and say and when during Mass. So here are 7 things that I would love would be gone forever from the sacred liturgy. Now, maybe the bishops have had some time to think, and maybe they can get together on the same page and produce a document that would forbid the things that wound one so. Okay, number 1, numero uno, bad music. By bad, I mean sappy, saccharine, syrupy, sentimental, schmaltzy. That is a 5-time alliteration. Think lavender-tainted Broadway show ballad. Now, there's no rubric in the general instruction of the Roman Missal addressing any specific songs or any specific songwriters. But I hereby do call for a moratorium on the music of the St. Louis Jesuits. Yes, I know, some of their songs are your favorites, and I'm sorry for that. But the Church, I'm afraid, has suffered under such ditties as Come to the Water, Here I Am, Lord, One Bread, One Body, for 2 generations, and that's enough, my friends. One of the St. Louis Jesuits, Dan Shute, who bequeathed to us Table of Plenty, and others, left the Jesuits and the priesthood and moved in with his boyfriend. Another, Tim Mannion, not only did not go through with ordination to the priesthood, he left Christianity for Buddhism. And it's not just this group that should be banished to LGBT rallies and yoga retreats. The St. Louis Jesuits have spin-off impersonators like David Haas, who gave us We Are Called and Now We Remain, and the Protestant Marty Haugen, who gave us classics such as Gather Us In and Shepherd Me, O God. You could say that all these people got their formation from the grandfather of revolutionary liberal Catholic music, the late Ray Rep. May he rest in peace. Mr. Rep practically invented the guitar folk mass, and he ended up marrying his longtime boyfriend, something the mainstream Catholic media covered over in their glowing obit notices. Am I saying that one's liberal theology will affect one's musical compositions and maybe one's life decisions? Yes, I am. Okay, wish list number 2. No more hand-holding during the Our Father. There's no provision for it in the rubrics, and it makes a lot of people who go to Mass, like, say, single women, uncomfortable, especially that awkward squeezy poo that people do at the end after they lift up their hands for the doxology. Remember that? Number 3, no more introducing ourselves to our neighbors, to our left and to our right, to our front and to our back before Mass begins. I know it seems like a nice Christian thing and it builds community and so on, but there's no provision for it in the rubrics, and the Church says so, and the Church is our mother. She knows best. It's another gesture that inclines people in the direction of horizontal distraction. It's invasive, and again, I think it's rude to people who don't want to participate in this very casual mixer behavior moments before Holy Mass begins, when they should be preparing reverently for what's about to happen. Number 4, can we just get rid of the kiss of peace? Can I just throw that in there? Now, I know it's in the rubrics of the ordinary form of the Mass, but my, oh my, the kiss of peace is awfully distracting. Just moments before we receive the God of the universe, everybody's clap happy and giving high fives. And in some parishes, the kiss of peace is the highest possible good. It's the soul-touching, wonderful, arm-stretching, aisle-crossing moment of human emotion. And it's another reason to check out the traditional Latin Mass just once, see what's missing, and see what's not missing. Number 5, no more clapping during Mass. Period. This is really a request to priests, isn't it? Not only do we not need to be thanked for coming to Sunday Mass, but we don't really need to be clapping for the children's choir and the adult choir and the wonderful lectors and the banner ministry, honestly. Number 6, I know it's permitted in the Novus Ordo Missae, But can we have a 2-year moratorium on communion in the hand just to see what happens? Over 80% of the fathers of the Second Vatican Council voted down communion in the hand. The only reason we have communion in the hand is because after Vatican II, Pope Paul VI responded to disobedience with indulgence rather than discipline regarding communion in the hand, which was a liturgical abuse in Belgium and the Netherlands and Canada and parts of the United States and elsewhere. I believe the evidence is overwhelming that communion in the hand has led to a profound diminishment in belief in the real presence. Enough said. Finally, number 7, altar girls. In 1994, an ailing John Paul II signed off on altar girls, and it was a prudential decision that really has done nothing good for the priestly vocation crisis. Young boys need the mentorship of peers and older boys, and both are powerfully helped by assisting the priest during Mass. Many priests, if you ask them, will tell you that the seed of their vocation began when they were altar boys. They wanted to be like the priest. Throwing boys and girls together into the same activity is a recipe for failure. Now, more than ever, we need a new crop of strong, manly, Orthodox young men, otherwise known as the major leagues of the Catholic priesthood. As with communion in the hand, permission given for altar girls over 20 years ago has done some serious damage to the farm teams, known as altar boys. The point of being a Christian is the salvation of your soul and the transformation of culture in and through the church. Having a bunch of lay people storm the altar and do stuff up there, and having priests leave the altar to do social work and political activism represents an unforced error, to keep with the baseball metaphor. St. John Paul II called this the clericization of the laity and the laicization of the clergy. What we're doing now is not working, brothers and sisters. The answer, whether it's to the gospel itself or to the rubrics of the Mass, to quote Father Richard John Neuhaus, is the same: fidelity, fidelity, and fidelity. It's not easy, but it's simple. Oh, let me throw in one more wish list item. No more flimsy throwaway missalettes, please. Let's invest in hardcover missals that can also be used for Sunday Mass, daily Mass, devotional prayers, benediction, and countless other practices involving Scripture and the writings of the saints. To borrow from my friend Peter Kreeft, missalettes produce Christianettes. Subscribe to this channel, hit the subscription bell, and let the content come to you. Consider joining Coffin Nation, rebuilding the DNA damage done to the culture through Christ and the church that he founded. In the meantime, be a saint. What else is there?